Members of Congress, meantime, are overriding President Barack Obama for the first time. His veto of the 9/11 bill no longer stands. Families of those killed in the September 11th attacks are now legally allowed to sue Saudi Arabia. Our Manu Raju is there on Capitol Hill. You know, this has been a very contentious issue, especially within the Democratic Party now for many, many weeks. Manu, tell us how it all went down.
Well, overwhelmingly, the White House was rebuked, Paula. I mean, the president tried to put a behind-the-scenes lobbying campaign to get his party to sustain his veto, even calling the Senate Democratic leader, urging members of Congress to side with him. The concern from the White House has been that this bill that would allow those families victimized by 9/11 to sue Saudi Arabia and other governments that may have had a role in the terrorist attacks here. The White House has been concerned that this could open up Americans overseas to potential retaliatory actions from foreign governments that have been similarly could say that U.S. military action is a reason why they could go after perhaps potentially American diplomats in a lot of countries. Now, that argument actually did not really sell on Capitol Hill. Other than the Senate Democratic leader, Harry Reid, he was the only Democrat, only senator to vote to sustain the president's veto. The president lost in the Senate by a 97-1 vote to override his veto. Then it came over to the House of Representatives. In the House, they similarly overrode the president's veto. That means that this bill now is the law of the land, and it really could have significant implications for the United States-Saudi relationship. Saudi Arabia is fiercely opposed to this measure, and it could, as the White House fears, create this potential problem for Americans overseas if these foreign governments use this as an effort to go after Americans overseas as well. So really a contentious issue on Capitol Hill, but one that the president lost in a major fashion, at the hands largely of his own party.
Yeah.